Good evening. My name is Jackie Zamora, and I'm going to talk to you about the really great app called Fieldwire. Fieldwire is a task management app that allows all the trades to be able to communicate more efficiently in any construction project. Part of the reason why I chose this particular app is because I was really impressed by the functionality of it, not just on Apple products, but it also works on Android tablets. And its high level of efficiency that I felt that was really important in order for everyone to be able to communicate. As you know, construction is a field where trades communication is extremely important. The communication between the design team, the civil engineers, the general contractors, the subcontractors, all the labor capital, and the project manager. All of these different traits that need to maintain proper communication is one of the main tools that will make any project really successful. And what Fieldwire does that is really exciting to me is the fact that you're no longer stuck on the trailer. You don't have to go back and forth to the trailer anymore. We're taking mobility now into the actual field, into the actual job site. So I would like to highlight some of the overall benefits of Fieldwire that I find really important. And it's the first one that I think essential in any project management app is real-time communication. Being able to actually receive in any of your mobile devices, whether it is your tablet, your iPad, your cell phone that has the app installed, you're able to present any kind of issue or any message that needs to be conveyed to the team, to whatever trade relevant that needs to have this relevant information. Real-time communication will make sure that what task that is dependent on the next one in order for it to begin so that the other one can conclude. Real-time communication will make sure that all the parties intended to hear this message will be able to communicate and know what is expected. Being able to carry all your mobile devices out into the construction field I feel is very valuable, because any changes that can be done again in real time are going to be sent off to engineering, design, and of course the owner, who is ultimately the deciding factor that wants to make sure that the project is going according to what was originally presented and planned. The mobile task management, it's all about, in construction management, construction site, everything is all about speed. This construction app brings structure and clarity to any project, while beating the speed of traditional combination paper, Excel spreadsheets, and emailing. The email is now going to be all done in real time. You don't have to go back to the office or wait for it to get to your office to be able to make sure that the trades that you're communicating with have received the new tasks at hand. You, of course, in what's really important is also you're able to set priority levels on every task. I think as before it was, writing notes, leaving post-it notes on plans. Now none of that is the case anymore. Even when I worked with Asana, the project management app, I felt that having the priority sensitivity to every task had made it so that every team could tackle each task accordingly to make sure that, to prevent, especially whenever there was a case where we felt that an item needed to be addressed with more urgency in order to create any problems. And this is very handy, especially when dealing with materials that perhaps were not the proper materials that was expected at the job site. So being able to do everything, the mobile task management, and doing it in real time is probably one of the neatest advantages of Fieldwire. Another tool that I feel is very, very exciting about Fieldwire is that it tracks all the man hours and costs. There's an actual whole portal just for your labor costs, and to track all the man hours, all the folks that are working in all the laborers that are working in your project. You're able to see if you've actually met the goal of the labor capital that you had originally estimated within the project proposal, and is having the set amount of labor at your job site as you proposed, and how many hours you've already used. Of course, knowing that if you don't have money up front, then you want to make sure that you're also curbing costs, that you're not exceeding your man hours, if you don't have the capital to pay for it. So being able to track the man hours and cost is huge. This mobile app will actually makes it possible to accurately track the costs accrued and hours worked every time a task reaches completion. So you're able to go back and actually be able to present this to as you're making project progress in every conclusion for every large task. When you're completing a large task, you're able to present everything that has been done along with your man hours that you utilized. Also, it imports tasks like new ones, whether it be through a construction scheduling software, makes it super easy for you to import thousands of tasks through Excel or a CSV file. You can then document and shuffle them around until you have the next 3 weeks planned for your construction project. This cuts time on even being at the office. This makes you more mobile, allows you to be out in the field and be able to be more present during the trajectory of the project. Once it's been imported into the Fieldwire project, it prioritizes every task. Because it's meant to organize your workload. It kind of already knows what steps to follow, and it's kind of like a second pair of eyes for your project to make sure that you are staying within task, within the appropriate steps of your project. And I believe this really creates a really transparent way of working to be able to show all the other traits involved. What are the proper steps, and if you're following them. As you know, every single trait is dependent on the other to be able to complete a lot of these tasks. And every one of these traits knows what's the appropriate steps for all the construction sites, and this gives clarity for all of them. So this works for all the teams, not just for the construction management or for all the trades, civil engineering, the architects, the owners. This also works for a lot of the field supervisors that are actually at the job site every day, making sure that everything that's on the task list is actually completed. So giving these apps on mobile devices to your team really can improve the productivity of your team, and it gives everyone a heads up of all the tasks at hand. I highly recommend Fieldwire. It's a wonderful app that I think will not just maximize productivity, it'll be a great investment to any construction company, any contractor, subcontractor, construction manager. Thank you so much.